Hey guys, Henry here with a TechXLife do-it-yourself video tutorial on how to make your very own smartphone tripod. As you can see, it's made out of an old plastic cassette tape holder. You're not actually making the tripod. As you can see, here's my tripod. You're making the holder that'll go on the tripod so that your smartphone can fit in it. I made this specifically today for my Samsung Droid Charge. As you can see, it fits perfectly snug in the holder. If you haven't seen my Samsung Droid Charge review video, that's also on my channel, so go check that out after you watch this. This will work with any smartphone, and it does work. It really does. There are some quick fix videos out there on YouTube that'll show you cheap ways of doing this. This is a cheap way of doing this. If you have a cassette tape holder that you're not using, which I'm sure everybody in the entire world does, then it's going to cost you no money. There's only uses of household materials, which I'll go through with you, some equipment, and some power tools. Sorry, you're going to need power tools. If you don't have power tools, you're probably too young to do this tutorial anyway. And I should get to this before we start. I should say, if you're 17 or under, make sure that you get parental supervision, because power tools are dangerous, and during this project you can get burned or cut or plastic in the eye. So make sure your parents know what you're doing and attempt this at your own risk. But no matter what age you are attempting this tutorial at, do various test runs on a spare cassette tape that you're not planning on using, so you can make sure you're doing all these steps correctly. So first you'll need a tripod with a tripod head. Any tripod works, I'm assuming. A cassette tape holder half, the one that does not have the pokes sticking out of it, the one that has the small bottom slab, and then the large slab here. You're also going to need a pen for marking cuts, a pair of goggles, an elastic band, a heat gun. I used an Ungar, UNGAR heat gun. A rotary tool, I used the Black & Decker RTX 3-speed rotary tool. An object with a similar depth to your smartphone, not height or width, depth. So I used a yellow paintbrush because it had a similar depth to the Droid Charge. A drill, I used the SKIL 3/8 inch 6425 drill. Various heads or bits to insert into the drill so you can actually drill. A large one for the camera opening. For this, that's about the size of your camera. Camera sizes differ, so you'll have to figure that out yourself. And a small one, I used a 1/4 inch drill bit for the insert, so you can put the tripod head inside of the cassette holder. I also used a threader, a 1/4 inch threader for the small hole, so that it could tightly screw into the tripod head. If your tripod head just sticks right in there, then that's fine. You don't have to use a threader, but it's just not as secure without the threader. You just know that it's going to stick on if you thread the hole you've made. So let's start this tutorial. So first you'll use the rotary tool to cut the left and right sides of the holder, not going through the bottom of the cassette holder. So you'll just cut off the left and right edges of the cassette tape holder without going through the bottom. You'll also use the rotary tool to smooth off the edges of where you've just cut, so your phone doesn't get scratched or dented. You don't want a smartphone getting dented from this stupid tutorial. Next, you'll heat up the small plastic part of the holder that's not the bottom, the actual bottom part of the tape holder, or the large window slab. You'll be heating up the piece that's standing straight up like the large window slab, but it's actually a quarter of its size. Use the heat gun repeatedly, moving left and right over it until it becomes soft and easy to shape but not melting. Then insert the object you picked with the similar depth to your phone, like I did with the brush, inside the tape holder and push the now soft small slab outward away from the larger slab, allowing for more space so your phone can fit in the holder snug. At this point, once the plastic cools, you can try fitting in your phone to see if it fits and repeat until it does. So after your phone fits snug into the new heated holder, position it to where you feel it's most secure and comfortable. Take the pen and trace the size of your camera on the outside of the large slab of plastic. Then remove your phone and take the drill and insert the larger head, making sure the head will make a hole no smaller than the size of your camera. A little larger is fine, but not too big. Then drill inside the tracing that you just made until there's a hole. Then place your phone back in and test the camera to make sure there's no plastic covering your camera and there's no glare and that everything is shooting straight through. Then you can remove your phone once again. Next, use the pen and make the point on the bottom of your holder, preferably in the middle where the tripod head will be inserted. Then take the smaller head, I used the 1/4 inch, switch it into the drill, header bit, whichever you believe it's called, and drill through that marked point you just made, going all the way through. If you're using the threader, then screw that in right after you've taken the bit out. Screw it in first and then out, don't pull it out. Screw it in and screw it out so that the threads are created for your tripod head screw. Now insert the tripod head and voila! You now have a do-it-yourself smartphone tripod holder. So test your smartphone camera on your tripod. Make sure it doesn't fall out by wrapping the rubber band around the holder while the phone is inside the holder. Do not tilt the tripod left or right since the edges are now gone. Tilting up and down as well as panning left and right are totally fine. Just don't tilt the tripod left or right because your smartphone may fall out. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Leave comments below if you need more help. Like this video, subscribe for more tutorials, reviews, updates, and news coming soon. I'm Henry, and good luck.